Would you like a gold farm on the roof of the Nether that gives you 9,000 item drops every single hour when you're AFKing? I'm going to show you how. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Minecraft 1.16 Nether Update Farms series. Overworld gold farms no longer exist, but you still need loads of gold, especially for a Piglin Barter Farm. But there are some really great ways to get lots of gold up on the roof of the Nether. I'm going to give you a gold farm that is going to give you so much gold you're not going to know what to do with it. Let's crack on. Now, theoretically, you could make this gold farm here in this open space, but the efficiency would be so much worse. So we're going to get up to the roof of the Nether. To save time, I did a separate tutorial on how to do that. The link is in the description below. So I will see you up on the roof. I'm up on top of the Nether roof now. I've got myself another portal. Should have wished to go back to the overworld, but I don't want to do that yet because we are going to make a gold farm that's going to make your eyes pop. The first thing we need to do is find a nether waste. This farm is specific to the nether waste biome and won't work if you build it anywhere else. Now, there are a couple of ways you can find nether waste biomes. One is to use the locate biome command and put in nether wastes. Pick that up and it will tell you where your nearest nether waste is. It's actually 1 block away because I'm stood right in the middle of it. But you could be miles away and this is a good way of doing it. However, some people do think that that's a bit cheaty. So you can do it the other way. And that is by using your F3 screen. You can see down at the bottom of that list there, we have got biome nether waste. We know we're stood right in the middle of the nether waste now, which is brilliant. If we weren't, we could just walk around and hopefully find the nether waste. I imagine this biome will change any second now as I move outside of the nether waste into something else, although this is a really big nether waste that I have spawned into. You can see there now, I'm in a warped forest. You can also tell because all the colour has changed. But the F3 screen tells you the exact block when it changes. You don't need many different blocks for this build, but you do need quite a few of the blocks you have. 3 stacks of scaffolding, although you do get one of those stacks back, you only consume 2 in the build. 1.5 stacks of trapdoors, about 2.5 stacks of glass blocks, 3 stacks of a structural block, I'm using polished basalt, you could use cobble if you wanted to, 29 hoppers, 10 chests, 1/2 stack of temporary blocks, I'm using wool, about 1 stack of torches, but it's completely optional, it's just for marking out, 3 turtle eggs, 1 crafting table, and for 4 levels, which is what this farm is, you can make it less or more, 26 stacks of magma blocks. However, don't fret about all of those magma blocks. My magma farm, link in the description below, will give you so many magma blocks you'll wonder why you were worried about them. Loads coming from that. Now, it's a good idea to mark out a big old area so you know exactly what biome you are in. You can see I've got this circle of torches. Everything inside that is nether wastes. Come to the centre of your circle of torches. That way you know you are well inside this nether waste biome. I cannot stress to you enough that you must be inside a nether waste biome for this farm. And we can now start to build it. Now we have to do the collection system at the bottom first. So get yourself a double chest on the floor like that. You need to put another double chest on top, another double chest on top, and another double chest on top. You definitely need 4. You may even choose to do more. Get into the back of that, 1 hopper, 2 hopper, 3 hopper, 4 hopper, just 1 going inside the back of each chest. Make sure you press shift click when you do this. Then get another chest, and you want to get a chest there and there like that, so it is sideways. Believe me, you do need that extra chest as well. Put a hopper going into the top of that, and that is going to be the corner of your farm. We now then have to feed all of the hoppers that we're going to place in the rest of the farm into this single hopper. So come out with shift click 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then on this corner as well 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then place hoppers going into each other all the way along like this. Make sure all the hoppers do end up flowing towards that single hopper that we've got over there, and that way when we throw anything into it, doesn't matter where it lands, it will always end up in the bottom chest, or if the bottom chest is full, one of the chests above it, or even maybe the hoppers underneath. We now need to come up on top of our platform here, so get yourself some scaffolding and pop it so it goes up level with your platform. Come up onto the top, and in the middle section, so 3, 3, 3, 3, right there, put yourself shift clicking a temporary block, and then get some scaffolding and put 64 scaffoldings on top, an entire stack, that being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Once you've got your tall tower of scaffold in there, don't climb up it because we need to come out the back. Now you need to be in the exact center of this platform. If you're not entirely sure, shift click a block of sand and that will tell you exactly where the center of the platform is. And then you want to come out 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And on the 12th one, put down a scaffolding block. Now you need to go up to the exact same level as that scaffolding, but bear in mind that you've also got this lot here. So it's 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, including this one. So put 71 scaffoldings on. Come to the top of your 71 high scaffolding tower, not the one on the platform, the one on the tower. We're now going to put a temporary block in the direction of the other towers. No point in crouching because it won't let you, but don't fall off. One temporary block there. We're then going to get 8 magma blocks, and by crouching, we're going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep crouching and go to another temporary block, which is 9 and 10, and that should bridge the gap all the way to this other tower of scaffold. Come back to your 71 high tower again and get yourself down inside your tower and poke upwards and press 3 more scaffolds. 1, 2, and 3. Come back to the top, get your temporary block, and exactly the same way, put 1 on the side and then 8 magma blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then switch to your temporary blocks again, 9 and 10, and then go back to the other side of your tower. Repeat this another 2 times, so you've got a total of 4 of these lines going between one tower to the other. The next bit can be a little bit fiddly, but it's definitely worth it for the amount of gold you get, because you certainly do get a lot of gold. Come to the end of the arm that is over the collection area and drop down. Don't worry about losing the odd heart, you'll grow them back, I promise. Put yourself a basalt block. I'm only using basalt because I can. You could use cobble, you can use a bit of wood, it doesn't really matter. And then go 1, 2, 3, and then put another bit of basalt. 1, 2, 3, then another bit of basalt. 1, 2, and 3. Now these walls are all temporary, so you don't need to worry about not getting them back. Then we're going to put trapdoors, ideally on the top so they flap down because they're easier to manage, on each and every one of these blocks, all the way down to the bottom on all sides. Now what that means is you've got to come and kind of bridge out with maybe some more temporary blocks or something like that to come around here and pop your trapdoors on the bottom ones as well. But get yourself a long tower that has got trapdoors all the way up. And now we've placed all those temporary blocks, we are going to take them out again. So come to your tower and take out the bottom temporary block, the one that's directly above the basalt, and place a turtle egg. I'm going to show you how to get the turtle eggs now. There are a couple of ways in which you can get turtle eggs. The first is to build my turtle farm, which you can see the link for in the description below. That's really useful for getting lots of turtle eggs. The second way is to find a turtle beach with a silk touch pick. This is a silk touch pick. It has to be a silk touch pick because then you can mine out the eggs and they pop out for you like that. You only need 3, so actually in reality it's not too difficult once you've found your turtle beach. And once you've got your 3 eggs, get yourself to your farm. Once you've got your turtle eggs in there, open up the rest of the hatches and remove the other temporary blocks. You don't need them anymore. And you should end up with a tower that looks a little bit like this. Come to the end of your magma block pathway and then come down your scaffolding. Like last time, press 1, 2 and 3 and go back up to the top. And what you should find is that you're 3 blocks up. Get some glass, edge across the side. Again, no point in crouching because it won't work. And you're going to make a pathway of glass all the way along. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That is the length of the glass. So you've got 10 pieces of glass. Now remember, this bit is over that temporary block, so it is in itself a temporary block. That means we start the ceiling from this block. Minecraft circles can sometimes be a little bit tricky, so I'm going to show you how to do a circle with a 21 block radius. Standing on the block that is the outer edge, so not this one here, we're going to come out 1, 2 and 3. We're going to come in 1 and then out another 2. We're then going to point ourselves away in a diagonal and go 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're then going to come in another 2. We're going to go out 1 and in 1, 2 and 3. That is in line with this post. So if we then come in, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and we are exactly the same spot as we are there. So that is one sector of the circle that we're going to make the roof out of. Carry on and make the full circle. This is what your roof is going to look like at the moment. Circle going all the way around with these juts going in that are directly pointing towards the middle. However, we need to bring in a little more roof. We're not going to colour it all in, that's a waste of blocks, but we are going to count in 1, 2, and on the third one, we're going to run a row of blocks all the way to the centre, being very careful that we do not fall down the L, because if you fall down the L, that is going to hurt you a really lot. Do the same on this side. And carry on doing that all the way around. And then what you also must do is come on the inside here and count in 1, 2, and on the third block, come in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then come around on this side, and on the third block, so that's 1, 2, so here, come all the way in to meet that block. Oh, we've gone out 1 too far. What that means is you're not going to have any gaps that are 3 by 3 that a ghast can spawn into, because they just love those 3 by 3 gaps. And when you're done, it should look like that. It's time to do the spawning platforms now, and we're going to do them in reverse, and by that I mean the one directly under the roof first and then go down. What that means is that the ghasts won't start spawning on the bottom ones when you're still filling up the top ones. So come down to your first level, and we're going to start to build out a circle exactly the same size, 21 round on this level. But on the inside here, we also need to make sure that we stay 2 blocks away. That will give us plenty of opportunity to drop these zombified piglins down into our kill chamber. So in order to do that, you want to crouch, come across 2, go in 1, across 1, and then across 1, 2, 3, and 4, in 1, out 1, across 1, 2, 3, and 4, in 1, out 1, across 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then in 1, out 1, and join it up, and you'll see that you've got a ring that goes all the way around that central pillar. Now, before we make the circle in exactly the same way we made the roof, we're going to put some trapdoors in. These trapdoors will give a clear pathway to the piglins to be able to get to the eggs, except it won't because they'll be open. Put a trapdoor there, there, and open them up. You want to do that on all 4 of these bits here, and then make the circle. Repeat it on all of these levels. There's 1. That is 3 levels. Don't worry about running out of magma blocks. My magma farm's got you covered. You're going to have unlimited magma blocks. The link is in the description below. And that is 4 levels all completed. Now what we need to do is just get ourselves our AFK platform so this thing can start working properly. Come onto your scaffold here again. You've got 2 jobs. 1 is to remove these bits of wool on the edges here. You don't need them anymore. And 2 is to build up 22 more levels of scaffold. We're going to do that bit first. Come down into your scaffold and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22. 22 is the magic number in this case. Then come right up to the top. When you're at the top of the tower, you are going to block right to the middle by going in 12 blocks. Creep to the side again, don't crouch, remember, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That puts you directly above the end, and then just for a little bit of safety, get yourself a platform that is 3 by 3, because that way you won't kind of edge yourself off without realizing it. Your AFK is directly here. Come back down to the bottom of your tower. It is now very, very high. Now, this is too far away for the farm to be working, but what you want to do is you want to come up onto the platform, get rid of your wall. That's going to remove all of that scaffold because you don't want it there. It actually gets in the way. You also want to remove that scaffold. Any scaffold falling on that area there is going to go into your hoppers anyway. It is not a big deal. Collect up all of that lovely scaffold. You can now use that for a different project. We're going to empty out all of the inventory that's come so far because that is not part of our fair test. And once I've got everything out, I'm going to be starting a test for 1 hour to see how much gold and gold nuggets and rotten flesh we get in that time. These chests are now empty. As you can see, there is absolutely nothing going on in there. We're going to climb up this scaffold and I'm going to stand on the AFK spot for exactly 1 hour, and then I'm going to come back down again and we will see just how much we've got. I'm expecting great things. You can see we've just got to our AFK spot now. The pigs are already starting to form and flow down. So let's start that hour. 60 minutes starting from now. That has been exactly 1 hour that we have stood up here watching these piglins go down the hole. So I'm going to turn myself around and I'm going to go back down and we're going to see what the pickings have been. We're at the bottom of the farm and every now and again I've noticed as I've got to the bottom a pig has dropped in, so it might just be in range. Very rarely for a pig to drop in, but so far we have got for 1 hour, exactly 1 hour, we have got, that is full, that is full, that is nearly half full, so I imagine that must be full, that must be full, and from there on it must be empty. Right, so let's tidy this up because I want to know, what does that actually mean in terms of gold? I've put a crafting table in the setup here so you can convert your nuggets into ingots and your ingots into gold blocks, and that's what I've done too. In these chests we've got a full double chest plus about a third of a double chest worth of gold nuggets. We've also got a full double chest and about the same of rotten flesh. Now that doesn't surprise me because these things drop rotten flesh and gold nuggets at around about the same rate. But what does that actually mean? That means we've got 7, very nearly 8 whole stacks of gold ingots, which is the equivalent of 55 blocks of gold. What we picked up was 4,516 gold nuggets and 4,530 rotten flesh. Plenty to go trading with, whether it is with a cleric villager or with a piglin. So what did we get? We got 9,000 item drops in 1 hour. So all you've got to do is AFK all the way up there for a single hour and you've got 9,000 item drops, the equivalent of 55 blocks of gold, and you've still got 4,500 bits of rotten flesh too. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.